Today I'm going to teach you some of the basics of learning how to crochet. I've been teaching myself how to crochet recently, so I thought you could all learn with me too. What you'll need to start crocheting is some yarn. Pay particular attention to the thickness of your yarn, as the label will tell you what size crochet hook to use. I'm using this yellow yarn, and the label here tells me to use a 5mm crochet hook with it. A crochet hook. So, as I said before, I'm using a 5mm crochet hook as it works best with my yarn. I'm also using a crochet hook that has a rubber bottom and an aluminium hook at the top, as this is best for beginners. You may also need some scissors. So, the first thing I'm going to teach you is how to hold the crochet hook. There are many different ways to do this, and it's all about finding the most comfortable way for you. It's one of the most awkward things to learn as a beginner, so be patient. You can hold your hook in two ways. You can hold it in the knife method, which is like this, holding it in the same way that you would hold your knife when eating dinner, or you can hold it in the pencil method, like this, holding it in the same way as you would hold a pencil. I like to hold my hook using the knife method, but this may change as I become more comfortable with crocheting. The next thing you need to know is how to hold your yarn. Hold your yarn in the opposite hand to the one that you write with. You need to hold your yarn comfortably to create tension. So, what I do is I wrap my yarn around my little finger like this. Then I take the yarn through the inside of my fingers and wrap the rest around my index finger. You want to hold it tight, but not so tight that you can't easily wrap your hook around this piece of yarn when starting your work. There are also other ways of holding your yarn, such as weaving in between your fingers before wrapping around your index finger and going outside your fingers before wrapping around your index finger. Now you want to make a slip knot. You can do it the way I've taught you in knitting videos, as it's the same thing, or you can learn a new way, which is always fun. You can also do a slip knot by making a loop with the yarn around your fingers and making sure that this piece of yarn makes a cross over the other piece. Then, loop the yarn around your finger again. Lift the first loop over the second loop and off your finger. Pull on the loop that remains on your finger to tighten, and there you have it, you've made your slip knot. Now, pop this on your hook and pull on the attached yarn to tighten. Using your thumb and middle finger, hold your yarn in place to create tension. Now we're going to do something called a chain stitch. As someone who is comfortable with knitting, I see this as a sort of crochet equivalent of casting on. What you want to do is, holding the bottom of your slip knot with your thumb and middle finger, you want to hook your yarn by taking the hook to the left of the yarn and then pull your hook through the slip knot. So again, yarn over the hook and then through the loop, yarn over and through. To make sure your loops are a consistent size, make sure your loops move up and down the neck of the hook rather than just staying at the top of the neck. Keep chaining so that you feel comfortable with this movement. Since we're just learning the basics, there's no need to count how many chains you do. Once you're comfortable with doing chain stitches, as well as holding your yarn and your hook, we can move on to learning how to double crochet. I'm using the UK definition of double crochet, as in US terminology, this will be called a single crochet. Confusing, I know. It is important to acknowledge these different terms and understand that UK and US crochet terms are different, and to check patterns before you start them, as this could change the results of your work. To double crochet, you want to insert your hook into the second chain down from your hook, not the first. Then, yarn over and pull through so there's 2 loops on your hook. Then yarn over again and pull through those 2 loops that are on your hook. Carry on with this so you go all the way down the chain. Make sure you're not pulling too tight, as this may make it difficult for you to insert your hook into the chains as you continue. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about crocheting, comment below, and if you're interested in doing some more crochet work, let us know and we'll do some more videos.